Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, that I am ever so grateful for always bestowing upon me such great opportunities and blessing me with the opportunity to cook for you this Ramadan with Adore Eats by me, Adila Patel, and sharing with you all my lovely Ramadan treats that I have learned from different people around the world, as well as having the opportunity to have lovely guests with me co-cook. Today we have a familiar guest cooking with me, also known as May, or should I say my mum, who's going to be cooking with me something which she's always taught me about. So let her introduce herself. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
So nice having my mum cook in my kitchen for me. So what are we making today?
Okay, today we're making Mughlai Paratha.
Okay, so something that is an ancient dish, something that originated in Burma, which is now called Myanmar, and something from the Mughal Empire, which was quite famous in the early 1800s. And I think it's carried down with generations. So I think it has a lot of Indian tradition in this, but we're making it a more modern and versatile, savory, so to say, for our Ramadan treats. So how do you go about this? Can you tell us about the recipe?
Okay, first we have our mince here, mutton mince or beef mince you can have. It's about 500 grams. And here's your ginger garlic, your green chilies, your chopped onion, your dhania, turmeric powder and salt.
Okay, so I see, this is always such a staple in all our Indian dishes, but I think this adds so much of flavor, especially the garlic and ginger. Okay, so here you go.
Okay, this is how we begin. You put the mince into the pot. This goes directly into the pot with the ginger garlic.
How much of ginger garlic do you use?
You use about a teaspoon and a half.
How much mince is that?
500 grams of mince.
500 grams, a teaspoon and a half ginger garlic.
And your chilies, you put it according to taste. You can put a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons depending on how strong or spicy you want your mince.
I love a generous serving of chili.
And then you put in about a teaspoon of turmeric in here.
And I think my mom's favorite ingredient would be salt. How much do you?
And a teaspoon and a half of salt.
I think in your discretion, when you describe a teaspoon would be equivalent to a tablespoon.
Okay. All right, and you can add in your chopped onions.
And what do you use to cook this? Any butter or oil?
Okay, no, nothing at all, because the mince will leave fat, or I should say, from the mince itself, and that is what the mixture will be cooked in.
Okay, so we allow this to cook and then we make a dough.
Okay, yeah. So we allow this to cook for about say 10 minutes on high. Once it's cooked, you remove it, you cool it, and then you add the chopped coriander.
Okay, so let me add this
on the stove it goes.
And then we'll tell our viewers about our lovely dough that we make. So do we cook this on 9?
On high, yes.
Okay, so that's cooking on high, and now we get to the second part of our Mughlai Paratha, which is our dough. So what ingredients do you use to make the dough?
Okay, this has been already prepared. Basically, it's just a flour.
How much of flour?
Depending on how much of mince you use, you could use a kilo or you could use 500 grams. But this is now 2.5 to 3 cups of flour and sufficient water to make a dough, so you can roll out into little parathas. And then
salt or sugar in the dough?
No, nothing at all.
So just flour
and water.
Boiling water?
You use warm water.
Okay, so then what shape do you do
it's more or less like sometimes like roti dough, which is also being able to use for the stuff.
Okay, so let's show us how you roll out this lovely dough. Are you going to make perfect rotis, or what shape are we going with?
Well, you can make them round, you can make them rectangular,
you
whichever one works for you.
If you have a good round roti, you're a good housewife.
Okay, a bit of flour.
I'm not going to test myself out on that theory, but you're welcome to test it out at home. Okay, so I love eating roti in Ramadan. I mean, especially if someone would make it for sehri. It's so lovely with eggs, honey. It's such a filler, even with banana fry. I think this is so wholesome and filling, especially in colder weathers. And a nice dip with this would be good. I feel like a coriander chili dip, so like a green masala chili dip would be so tasty with this. Or even a chopped up cucumber with yogurt.
This paratha can also be made with different kinds of fillings. If you have leftover fillings like maybe chicken mince or chicken cubes, you can actually mash it down a bit, add a bit of potato, mashed potato, and then spices, different herbs, and it can be made in the same way as well.
I think a veg option would be nice as well. Like I was thinking maybe some potato with carrot and peas.
And kids also like it with cheese and onion and chili.
Okay, so now our mince is cooked and left to cool, right? As you said. And these are beautifully rolled out parathas that need to be folded and stuffed with the filling. So what do you do to the mince next?
Okay, now we add in the chopped coriander. We mix it. Okay, and then we add in 2 eggs that was
why do you
previously
add the
beaten.
eggs in?
Okay, we add the egg in so it binds the mince together. So when it's in the paratha, it doesn't fall apart. Okay, that's it.
Okay, so this looks really quick and easy. I just really like to see how you're going to fold these because I mean it needs to be something that's easy also. I wouldn't want them falling apart.
If someone has the time and they want to be creative, they can make them all in different shapes. But preferably, the rectangle is the best. It's simple, it's quick, and it's here you are. This is how it looks.
So I'm definitely going to experiment with ingredients that the kids love, like cheese and potatoes and all those different vegetables.
All right. Once your mince is in, you take a bit of water and you rub it around the edges of the
Okay, and our oil is
paratha.
nice and hot here.
So this binds the whole dough together so nothing seeps out. Here we go. And this is how you go about doing it. You fold the one side, you fold the other, it's down, over, and here.
And you
Here
just
you
fry
are.
that in your oil?
And now this is completely done.
And how long does this take to fry?
Ready to fry. It just takes a few minutes so it's
Should I
brown
add
on
that
both
in foil?
sides. Here we go. We'll go ahead and fry it.
Okay, so I'm going to add
And I'll
that into the
continue.
oil as you continue making the next one. So my oil is hot. This looks so lovely and it's frying so well. I'll just bring the platter forward to
There we go.
serve them in. Okay, so this is really easy and I think this is a really filling Ramadan treat. I feel like things like this you can eat leftover for sehri as well. You just need a really good dip with it. And when do you flip this?
When it's a little brown on the one side,
so we
and
wait-
then you flip it
Wait
over.
to get a little brown. Let me add the second one in. Okay, I've added my second one in. So this is a really easy shape. It's flop proof. Something that won't really flop. The sides won't open up because you've enveloped it so well.
And it doesn't take long to cook because the dough has been made with warm water, so it's already half cooked. And the mince is completely cooked, so the frying time is minimum.
So now we have our final product of our Mughlai parathas, which are served with a lovely dahi, but a chutney or any other sauce. Can you show our
Okay,
viewers?
now this is what it looks like once it's fried. And when you're serving it, you can serve it with lemon. Okay.
This looks so good. I think some cheese
This is what the inside
on
looks
the inside
like.
would be so tasty.
And like I said, you can always add different fillings for it. You can put the cheese, you can put leftover chicken filling, anything. And here you are,
I
the
think
end
this
result.
is so quick, so easy, and so it's something that we all have in our homes. I think this is something we can all serve at our iftar tables, especially because of the ingredients that are all available at home. Thank you so much for cooking with me and for me today for iftar, Mommy. Okay, so this is our final product of our lovely Mughlai parathas, and served with a lovely sour milk. Jazakallah so much for cooking with me and for me, Mummy, May, Nani, whichever we'd like to say.
Okay, only a pleasure. And I do hope everybody tries this at home. It's simple, it's tasty, and it's quick. And you can use all different kinds of fillings. And until we have another show, may Allah accept all your du'as, your ibadat, inshallah.
Don't forget to follow me on Instagram under Adore by Adila, where you can buy some of my lovely Eid kaftans for this Eid. And also, I'll have updates of all my recipes on Adore by Adila and Adila Patel. Jazakallah so much, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.